So we are going to learn how to do the Pythagorean theorem. And the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared equals c squared, where a stands for a leg of our triangle, b stands for the other leg of our triangle, and c is the hypotenuse. Now, Pythagorean theorem can only be done on right triangles. So if I had a right triangle, this leg here was 6 meters. This could be our A leg. This leg is 8 meters. That could be our B. And the longest side of the triangle, which is always the opposite of the right angle, is the hypotenuse, which is our C. Now, the equation is A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So, A squared is 6. So we have 6 squared. B squared is 8. And we are solving for our C, which is our hypotenuse. Now, 6 squared is 36, plus 8 squared, which is 64, equals our C squared. 36 plus 64 is 100, equals our C squared. Now, in order to solve for C, we need to get rid of the squared. In order to get rid of the squared, you do the opposite, which would be a square root. A squared and a square root will cancel each other out, which would leave us with C equals the square root of 100, which is 10. So our hypotenuse would be 10 meters. Do another example. Again, I have a right triangle. I'll draw it a different way this time. This leg is 15. This leg here is 20. And we do not know our hypotenuse, which again is across from the right angle because it is the longest side of the triangle. Our first leg is 15 squared. Our second leg is 20 squared. And again, we do not know what our hypotenuse is. 15 squared is 225, plus our 20 squared, which is 400, and that equals our C squared. Now, 225 plus 400 is going to give us a total of 625, equals our C squared. Again, in order to get rid of a squared, you need to do the square root to both sides. Whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you have to do to the other side of the equal sign. The squared and the square root will cancel out, leaving us with C, and the square root of 625 is 25, giving us our hypotenuse of 25.